Okay, this might actually be the campaign reveal I've been waiting for, because we've already seen Modern Warfare 4 tease the story from a different angle. We've seen Price, we've seen the conflict surrounding Valeria, we've seen these smaller, more focused operations. But Entrenched feels different. This is the first time Modern Warfare 4 has really looked like a war, and I think that's extremely important. Infinity Ward has confirmed that Entrenched will be available to play during the beta, and the mission takes us to the Korean Peninsula, alongside a group of Marines, including West, Dawn, Park, and Jay. But here's the interesting part. This mission doesn't seem to care about giving us a massive piece of the main storyline. There's no huge price reveal, there's no massive Valeria confrontation, there's no obvious attempt to explain every mystery we've been discussing. Instead, Infinity Ward seems to be saying, this is what the world looks like, and honestly, that's probably the smartest thing they could have done. Look at what happens in the teaser. We are thrown straight into combat. We are moving through trenches, we are pushing forward. The battlefield is already active, and it feels like we are part of something much bigger than the 4 or 5 characters immediately around us. Then the mission changes. We move inside the building, the atmosphere becomes darker, the lighting changes, and eventually we are climbing toward the roof before trying to escape. So this doesn't feel like a mission built around one gimmick. It feels like a journey through an entire battle, and that's what caught my attention. Because one of the biggest criticisms you could make about the recent Modern Warfare 4 campaign is that the scale hasn't always matched what you'd expect from a game called Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2019 was deliberately grounded and focused on covert operations. Warfare 2 expanded the scope, but a lot of the story was still centered around specific characters and conflicts. Then Modern Warfare 3 gave us open combat missions, but those didn't always create the massive cinematic moments people expected. Entrenched seemed to be going in another direction. It's taking us back to the battlefield. And that's where the Ghosts comparison starts making sense. There are several shots in the teaser that immediately reminded me of Call of Duty Ghost. The interior section, especially with that intense red lighting, it has a similar Infinity Ward atmosphere. Then you got the rooftop escape. The way the player moves across the roof while trying to get out immediately brought back memories of Ghost's larger scale missions. Again, I'm not saying Infinity Ward deliberately copied anything. It could simply be the same studio using some of the visual language that made the older games memorable. But if Modern Warfare 4 is taking even a little inspiration from Ghost's campaign design, I think that's a good thing, because Ghost was very good at making you feel like you're participating in a much larger conflict, and that's exactly what Entrenched appears to be doing. There's another reason I'm excited about this mission though. It's the variety. Think about the 3 campaign teasers you've seen so far. They're not showing us the same type of gameplay over and over again. One is about responding to an attack, another follows Price during a much more targeted operation in Paris, and now Entrenched put us directly into a larger scale military offensive. That tells me Infinity Ward may actually be trying to give each part of this campaign its own identity. And that's something I really want from Modern Warfare 4. I don't want every mission to feel like the same corridor with different background. Give us the stealth missions, give us the huge battles, give us the character-driven missions, give us the moments where everything completely falls apart. That's what made the classic Modern Warfare 4 campaign so memorable. You never quite knew what kind of mission was coming next, and Entrenched could be the beginning of that. Now, there's still one major question. When does this mission actually happen? We don't really know. The teaser doesn't give us enough dialogue or story information to place it accurately. It starts in daylight and eventually moves into midnight, but that doesn't necessarily tell us where it sits in the campaign. It could be early, it could be somewhere in the middle, it could even be much later. And that's actually why I'm glad we are getting to play it during the beta. Because watching a teaser only tells you so much. Playing the mission yourself could reveal little things that Infinity Ward didn't put into the marketing footage. Maybe there's additional dialogue. Maybe certain characters say something important. Maybe there are environmental details that connect the current storyline to the larger conflict. Or maybe it's simply an isolated campaign mission designed to show off the scale of the game. Either way, I'm going to be paying attention, and I think that's the biggest win here. For once, campaign players aren't being completely ignored during the beta. We're actually getting something to play. It might only be one mission, but that's still significant. Because if Infinity Ward is confident enough to put a campaign mission in the beta, it tells me they really want people to experience what they've built. And Entrenched is a pretty smart choice. You don't need to understand every piece of the story to enjoy it. You can jump in, see the battlefield, experience the skill, and immediately understand what Modern Warfare 4 is trying to accomplish. So no, Entrenched hasn't revealed some massive campaign secret. It doesn't need to. What it has done is show us something arguably more important. Modern Warfare 4 looks like it's finally ready to go to war. And if this mission is a representation of what the rest of the campaign looks like, I think we're in for something much bigger and more varied than what we've seen from the reboot so far. When the beta drops, I'm absolutely replaying this mission, and I'm going to be looking for everything Infinity Ward didn't show us, because I have a feeling Entrenched is hiding a lot more than this teaser lets on. Let me know what you spotted, and I'll see you in the next one.